My name's Juliene, and I live here in Jacksonville. I've been here for the last 26 years, and I work full-time. I have 3 adult children and 8 grandchildren that I like to play with, and we walk, we live out in the country. It started in my left leg, the front, side, back of my left leg, and then it moved over to my right leg. And I had numbness too in my feet, and when my ankle, like my left ankle, didn't have any reflex. So it got to the point where I could barely walk from the parking lot to my office, which was a very short distance. I was having trouble with everything just because I had so much pain in my legs. When I first got those results of that MRI, I was like, okay, I'm not having back surgery. That was my first reaction. And then it didn't take very long before I realized that is the only solution that's going to work and give me my life back, because at that point, I did not have a very good quality of life. I really couldn't do anything. I couldn't lift my grandchildren anymore, for sure. I could barely walk across the house. I stayed stationary most of the time just because it was less painful to sit or to lie down than it was to walk. So I did not walk any distance at all. I watched some videos of some patients who had the device, who had had the surgery, got the device, and I was very encouraged. I watched one video of a woman in New York City, and her story sounded so similar to mine. She could barely walk at all, which was exactly like me, and then after the surgery she was doing so well, and that was really encouraging. And I read the data that was already out from the FDA, and I was so impressed with the numbers and the people who had the device and they just didn't have any problems afterwards and had their life back. I mean, they were running and that full mobility that they described, that's what I wanted also. I just didn't like the idea of my spine being fused together, and then from my understanding, it would weaken the adjacent joints when you have a fusion. But with the TOPS device, that was not going to be an issue. So that was very exciting to me. It was probably that same day, even, maybe in the evening, and I walked all the way down the hall and back without any pain in my legs. It was amazing. That had not happened in almost a year, and so that was so encouraging. Right away, I could walk around the house just to be, and I had no pain in my legs, so that was really great. I went back to work 6 weeks post-op and really went back to all of my normal activities. And I didn't have any pain. I did not have any kind of complications post-surgery. Nothing at all that was of any significance. We really like to go to the mountains in Tennessee, and we love to hike when we're in the mountains. And prior to surgery, I couldn't have even walked a few feet. And I was able to go on the hike up the mountain and back down without any problem at all. So that was amazing. I never thought I'd be able to do that again. Prior to my surgery, I gained a lot of weight. So I was not only comforting myself with food, but I wasn't mobile. I could barely walk. So I didn't have any activity activity whatsoever. So I ended up gaining a lot of weight. After my surgery, I felt so much better, so I was motivated then. So not only did I clean up my nutrition, I started eating healthy, but I was also able to exercise and move just as much as I wanted to. So I ended up losing 77 pounds. And since then, I can walk any distance that I want to walk. And I don't ever have any pain in my back or legs. I am back to all normal activities. My back, my legs don't prevent me from doing anything that I would want to do. So I can play with my grandkids. We'll play softball, we'll play kickball, and so I participate with the whole family, run around the bases, everything, just like the grandkids.